Hello and welcome to the SNU podcast. I'm your host Polumi, and we have along with us today Professor K.G. Suresh, who is who's a journalist turned into academician. He is the president of Global Media Educational Council, vice president of Indian Communication Congress, director general of IIMC, and a recipient of several prestigious awards.
The whole idea is that we have always talked about India being a Vishwaguru. But what the national education policy, I look at it as a roadmap to become a Vishwaguru. Because it is important for the identity of the country itself. So how do we inculcate all this, our identity as a people, our languages which were declining, how do we make it part of because education is what gives you identity. So while globally we are prepared to be global citizens, but strongly rooted in our culture, in our languages,
in our ideologies.
That is very important. So it is with this concept that NEP has been designed. So the entire focus is on holistic education. The entire focus is on multidisciplinarity, on interdisciplinarity to solve the different problems. The two critical mantras of national education policy is critical thinking and problem solving. Through critical thinking, we solve our problems.
Right.
So we have been focusing so much on problems, we are not looking at solutions. So the education should give us solutions.
Exactly.
If we are educated and still we have problem, then the problem is the education.
Right.
So I think that we need to solve that. Are we creating that kind of communicators who can bring about attitudinal change in the society? Or are we just going to report something live? How is it bringing about change in the mindsets? Today is a content in a way preparing the man on the street to ensure that the garbage is put it in the garbage bin and not on the street. If we are not able to communicate that, then our communication is a failure. Gandhiji used to say, be the change you want to be, you want to see in others. So I cannot expect a change without my being by leading by example. So today's younger generation will have to do that homework, to do that research, to do that. Only then can they make a difference. The whole idea is that how is it is my communication making a difference? Am I able to convince even one person?
Right.
Then only my communication is purposeful. You see, everybody wants to be a graduate. The problem with us is not about unemployment, if you ask me. The problem is that we have educated people who are unemployable.
Right.
And along with that, the dignity of labor. That is also important. We have no qualms of going abroad and, even people coming from good families. They will have no problem cleaning utensils in a restaurant part-time along with their studies or washing cars. They have no problem abroad. But at home, they won't even clean their own homes. You see, so this calls for behavioral, attitudinal change, mindset change. So because we have our own here, our hierarchies, social hierarchies, caste hierarchies. So we feel that no, we should not do it. This mindset we will have to change.
Right.
No work is inferior. Every work is dignified. But we should not be just telling stories. Of course, we have to bring the darker side of the life also. But the objective of media is not just to inform and educate. The objective of the media is also to inspire. So society has to be inspired. So we need to give them good stories about change, about compassion, about feeling for fellow human beings. All this will have to be taught through stories.